Welcome to the Daily Plunge. We're looking at Psalm 40, and what I've been doing is looking at Psalms that were referenced in the letter to the Hebrews. So we start off, I waited patiently for the Lord, and it reminds us how in chapter 11 it talks about all these saints who did wait patiently for the Lord. But so often we're impatient, aren't we? And it says, the Lord heard my cry, which reminds us of what Luther says about the Lord's Prayer, how the Lord commands that we turn to him with our distress, with our concerns. So he goes on to say that when I was in the midst of in the slimy pit, when I was down in the miry bog, and what do we like when we're down there? We're panicked, we're fearful, right? And we're thrashing about. But he says, you, the Lord, drew me up. You set me on a rock. You made me secure. And how does God do that? By reminding us of his promises, that in spite of the garbage we're going through in this life, that we can trust him. And so it says in verse 3, he put a new song in my mouth, a song of worship and praise. And when people see that, they will trust and be in awe of the Lord, put their trust in him, their faith in him. Verse 4, blessed is the one who trusts, who has faith in the Lord, because so often when we're in the depths of our despair, when we're down in that miry bog, where do we turn? It's when we're panicked, that's when we really turn to what we think is going to save us, our idols, the things that we think are going to help us. And that's what it says in verse 4, that the one who trusts in the Lord is not the one who looks to their own pride or the ones they think are powerful or turn aside to false gods. Verse 5, God's wonders are so many. God is thinking of us. None can compare. Were I to tell of all your deeds and the things you plan for us, how God is thinking of you. Going on, this is the verse, the passage, sacrifice and offering you did not desire. God does not need your efforts, your works, your sacrifices for your salvation. He does it on his own. He makes you righteous. And Christ gives himself as the once and for all sacrifice. And so the Lord in verse 7, Jesus Christ says, here I am. I've come and I'm going to do what the Lord has written about me in the scroll, right? Jesus says, I desire to do the will of my Father. And his word, his instruction, that's a different translation of the word Torah, is within my heart. And it is Christ who proclaims your mighty acts. And so we celebrate how God is faithful and all the time, he's steadfast. So you do not withhold your mercy from me. Your love, your faithfulness, your mercy keeps me eternally, forever. And even though I have these innumerable inequities and sins, right? And I despair, my heart fails me because of my sin. And we cry out, deliver me, O Lord. Embarrass the evil one. Embarrass him because I'm a sinner, because I'm saved by you. And so we seek, those who seek the Lord, who look to him for our salvation, we are lifted up and God will not delay. Well, thanks, friends. Have a blessed day.